There is a famous saying, the loudest person in the room is usually the weakest. While everyone else is busy shouting to be heard, the quiet person in the corner is silently taking notes. You might think their silence is a sign of weakness. You might even think they are an easy target. But psychology tells a terrifyingly different story. Today, we are going to expose exactly why you should never mess with a quiet person. Welcome back to the channel. In a society, especially here in Western culture, where being loud, outgoing, and extroverted is celebrated, we often misunderstand the quiet ones. We label them as shy, socially awkward, or passive. We assume that because they don't speak up, they have nothing to say. Or worse, that they won't fight back. But here is a psychological truth. Silence is not an absence of power. It is a concentration of it. Psychologists have studied human behavior for decades, and the findings about introverts and highly observant, quiet individuals are mind-blowing. When you mess with someone who is constantly talking, you know exactly what they are going to do. They show their cards. But when you cross a quiet person, you are stepping into a minefield blindly. Let's break down the psychology behind the quiet mind and why underestimating them is the biggest mistake you could ever make. Reason number 1. They see absolutely everything. When people talk too much, their brain is focused on output. They are thinking about what to say next, how to impress others, and how to control the conversation. But a quiet person? Their brain is focused purely on input. In psychology, this is linked to high levels of cognitive processing and hyper-vigilance. While you are busy making noise, they are reading your body language. They notice when your eyes shift. They notice the micro-expressions on your face. They see the hidden motives behind your jokes. Because they aren't distracted by their own voice, they become masters of human profiling. If you try to manipulate or bully them, you are playing checkers while they are playing chess. They have already analyzed your insecurities, your weaknesses, and your behavioral patterns long before you even decided to mess with them. They know exactly where to hit back if they have to, and they won't use fists, they will use facts. Reason number 2. They possess terrifying emotional control. Think about what happens when you anger a loud person. They yell, they throw things, they cause a scene. Their emotions control them. They react impulsively, which means they make mistakes. Quiet people operate differently. Psychologists refer to this as emotional regulation. When you insult or provoke a quiet person, they rarely react immediately. Instead, they absorb the information. They process it. To you, their lack of reaction might look like submission. You might think, I won. But you couldn't be more wrong. They aren't backing down. They are calculating. They are weighing the consequences of their actions. Because they don't let anger cloud their judgment, their eventual response is cold, precise, and deeply impactful. When a quiet person finally strikes back, it's not an emotional outburst. It is a strategic move designed to dismantle you completely. You won't even see it coming because they didn't give you the satisfaction of seeing them angry. Reason number 3. The fear of the unknown. As human beings, our brains are wired to fear what we cannot predict. It is a survival mechanism. If a dog is growling and barking at you, you know it's aggressive. You know what to expect. But a dog that just stares at you in dead silence? That is terrifying. The same applies to human psychology. Quiet people do not broadcast their intentions. They don't brag about their plans, and they don't tell you how they feel about you. This makes them highly unpredictable. If you wrong them, you will be left waiting. Will they confront you? Will they sabotage your reputation? Will they just walk away? You don't know. And that uncertainty will slowly drive you crazy. Sun Tzu wrote in The Art of War, "Let your plans be dark and impenetrable at night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt." Quiet people naturally live by this rule. Their unpredictability is a psychological weapon that naturally intimidates people who rely on loud aggression. Reason number 4. They have a limit, and once you cross it, there is no going back. Quiet individuals are incredibly patient. Psychology shows that introverted personalities often have a higher tolerance for minor annoyances. They will let you make your jokes. They will ignore your subtle disrespect. They will give you the benefit of the doubt. But do not mistake their patience for permission. Quiet people have extremely rigid internal boundaries. They keep a mental scorecard. They will warn you with their silence, with a look, or by pulling away. But if you ignore those signs and push them past their breaking point, a psychological switch flips. They won't just get mad. They will cut you out completely. This is known as the Introvert Door Slam. Once they decide you are toxic, you cease to exist in their world. You will lose access to them entirely. And if they are pushed to defend themselves, they will dismantle your arguments with a ruthless logic that leaves you speechless. Reason number 5. You aren't just messing with them. Because quiet people don't spend their energy trying to be friends with everyone, they focus on quality over quantity. They might only have 2 or 3 close friends, but those friends are deeply loyal. Psychologically, quiet people build profound, meaningful connections based on extreme trust. If you mess with a quiet person, you might suddenly find yourself alienated by people you didn't even know they were connected to. Their friends will protect them fiercely because quiet people are generally incredibly kind and fiercely loyal to their inner circle. So, the next time you are in a room and you see someone sitting quietly, observing, not saying a word, show them respect. Do not mistake their silence for ignorance, their calmness for acceptance, or their kindness for weakness. The quiet mind is a loud place. It is a factory of observation, strategy, and self-control. They are calm before the storm. Let them be peaceful, because you really don't want to see the storm. Now, I want to hear from you. If you consider yourself a quiet person, I want you to hit that like button right now to claim your power. Show the world how many of us are out there. And if you made it this far into the video, you are part of the 1% who actually value deep psychology. Drop a 100 in the comments below so I know who the real ones are. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on mastering the psychology of everyday life. Stay smart, stay observant, and I'll see you in the next video.